With this upgrade, we're not looking at performance, more at the visuals with the Traxxas TRX-4 light kit. The Traxxas TRX-4 light kits are available as separate components or as a complete kit as we have here, and as this is an official Traxxas product, it should bolt directly into place with no further modifications needed. The heart of the system lays with this small LED lighting module. In essence, it's the power supply for the entire kit, providing stable, regulated output compatible with a range of batteries up to 3S LiPo. The power supply connects to the receiver and electronic speed control to provide single point control of the remaining lighting components. And the included 3-in-1 wire harness allows the full lighting setup to be attached through a single connector. So talking of the remaining lighting components, we have the front headlights and a set of tail lights, rock lights which fit to the inner fenders allowing nighttime crawling, and an LED light bar with an integrated switch for high or low beam setting. All comes complete with zip ties for cable management and other required hardware. Being a Traxxas original product, installation should be relatively straightforward, the hardest part being keeping your head around all the trailing wires. As the install can be rather involved, it's a good idea to check all lights are working before we actually begin to install. So go ahead and lay the different lights out on the table and connect both the headlights and tail lights to the 3-in-1 cable that's included in the package. Next we'll connect the rock lights to the same 3-in-1 cable, and then finally the light bar has two plugs. One connects to the spare port on the headlight module, and the second then attaches to the 3-in-1 cable. The other end of the 3-in-1 cable now attaches to the LED power module. Finally, we need to connect the power module to the vehicle. The black wire connects to the ESC. You may recall we installed a Y-splitter cable when installing the BEC module with our steering servo upgrade, so we still have a spare plug which we'll use for this light kit. And the final red cable needs to connect to the receiver, so go ahead and remove the cable clamp and receiver cover, and plug the red cable into channel 1 beside the steering servo. Now attach a battery, and power up the vehicle, and check all lights are working as normal, including the two lighting modes on the light bar. All seems good, so we can now proceed with the install, knowing the lights are all working as they should. We'll be concentrating on the body for much of this install, and we begin by removing the fender flares on all 4 corners of the body. The screws blend into the flares nicely, although you'll find 5 screws up front and 6 to remove from the rear. With these removed, we can remove the inner fenders from the body, noting that the rear set are held in by a further 2 screws, and once removed the fenders slide right out. We now have clear access to the stock headlight housings, and each can be removed by releasing the 3 screws from the headlights, and a single screw on the outside of the body releasing each of the tail lights. Next we'll install the headlights by reusing the same outer housing and the same 3 screws we just removed, repeating on both sides. It's exactly the same with the tail lights, once in position secure with a single screw from the outside of the body. With the headlights and tail lights installed, we can now move on to the rock lights. Orientate the front and rear inner fenders correctly, and then we can proceed to remove the screws from each inner fender in order to remove the rock light covers. Repeat the process on the rear inner fenders too. And with all rock light covers removed, we can proceed to install the rock lights themselves. Starting from the front fenders, insert the rock lights working your way around the vehicle, securing with the removed screws. Once done, we can reinstall the inner fenders, being careful to orientate them correctly, and secure into place by reinstalling the fender flares we removed earlier. Remember, the rear unit slides into the bumper mount too, and once the screws for each fender flare are attached, we need to finish with 2 screws securing to the rear bumper. We can now use the included zip ties to tuck wires away, and a little tape doesn't hurt either. So all that's left is the light bar. This will need a hole cut into the body using a reamer, although a small drill bit works equally as well, large enough for the unit's plug-in wires to feed through. The light bar can then be secured to the plastic roll cage using the 2 screws that are supplied with the package. All that's left is to connect all the wiring from the body to the 3-in-1 harness. The single cable on the other end will connect into the lighting module. And talking of the lighting module, with everything tidied up, we are pretty much done with the body. so next we move on to the chassis. The lighting module can be installed onto the standoffs next to the ESC using the 2 screws supplied. Those who like to drive through water will be pleased to know the module is completely waterproof. The black wire is still connected to the ESC, so we can leave that as it is, while the red wire needs to be rerun. So remove the 2 screws within the battery tray in order to move the tray up and out the way so that we can run the wire beneath, and proceed to feed the cable through the clamp in order to reinsert into channel 1 on the receiver. Finally, neaten up cabling, replace the receiver housing and clamp, as well as the battery tray, taking care not to pinch any wiring underneath. And that's it, light kit upgrade complete. Insert a battery and power up the vehicle to check everything is connected and working okay. Headlights, tail lights, rock lights, and the 2 modes for the light bar. We now have a nice realistic look to the truck, as well as having the ability to see where we are going during lower light conditions. A really nice, albeit a slightly pricey upgrade.